Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning,
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning, boys and girls. Class stand. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart.
Good morning, Mrs. Stewart. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart.
Let's turn and say good morning. Say good morning to our friends.
Good morning to our friends.
Good. Now let's sing to them. Give them a big smile. Good morning to our friends. Good morning to our friends. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning to our friends. Great job. Sit down. This morning, I want to talk to you about several different things. We've been talking about manners. So I want to talk to you about different kind of manners today. Let's look at this picture right here. Do you see this little boy? Do you see what his mommy is doing? What is his mommy doing, Kyla? Stand and tell me, yes.
Calling somebody.
She is. She's calling somebody. She's talking on the phone. But look what that little boy is doing. He is trying to talk to her. He's touching her and going like this to her, trying to get her attention while she is on the phone. He is doing something called being impatient. Say that word with me. Impatient. Impatient means you want something right now, and you want somebody to do something for you, but they're doing something, and they can't do it for you right away, but you want it right now. You're being very impatient. If you're bothering somebody when they're on the phone, or if they're talking to somebody, that's called being impatient. Has mommy ever been talking to somebody and she says, just a minute? Or maybe she's on the phone and she says, like that at you? That means you have to be patient. You have to wait. So this little boy is being very impatient. Say that word with me.
Impatient.
Impatient. But let's look at this little boy. This mommy, who do you think she's talking to?
The teacher.
The teacher. And this little boy, is his mouth moving? No. Is he wiggling around and pulling on his mommy? No. He's being patient. Say that word with me. Patient. He is using good manners because he's waiting for his mommy to finish talking to the teacher. Oh, now he probably needs something, because don't we always need something? But he's waiting patiently for mommy to finish talking to the teacher. What if you're at church and mommy is talking to the pastor or talking to a friend? Should you interrupt her? No, that would be being impatient. Does God want us to be patient or impatient?
Patient.
Patient. He wants us to wait and be patient. Sometimes you hear Mrs. Stewart saying, oh, you are being so patient. That means you're obeying with a happy heart and you're waiting your turn, and then it will be your turn. And when you're obeying, you are being patient and you're doing your best. Oh, you know what? When I was a little girl, and sometimes I do this with my little boys at my house, that if they need something and I'm talking to a friend or I'm talking on the phone, they can just come right up to me and they put their hand on my wrist. And then I put my hand on their hand, just like this. Let me show you. Catherine, come see Mrs. Stewart. Now, stand over here by me. Now, I'm talking, but Catherine needs something. So Catherine's going to put her hand on my wrist, like this. But she's not talking to me. She's not pulling on my arm. And then I'm going to go like this. I'm going to put my hand on her hand. That lets Catherine know. That lets my little boys know that I know that they want something, but as soon as I can, as soon as I'm done talking, I will hear what they have to say. Thank you, Catherine. Maybe boys and girls watching your mommies do something like that, or something different that lets you know they know you need something, but you just have to wait patiently. So yes, God wants us to wait patiently. Sometimes we have to wait, don't we? We want things, or we want to go somewhere, or we really are hungry, or we need something right away. But sometimes we just have to wait patiently. Well, let's learn some more words. Look at this one right here. This boy is sitting and having dinner with his family. And this little boy said, could you please pass the bread? And this little boy said, yes, I will pass the bread to you. He didn't take any bread first. He just passed the bread. He is being polite. Say that word with me.
Polite.
Polite. He's being polite. Now, after he passed the bread to his brother, what should his brother say? Thank you, because that's using good manners. And then he takes a piece of bread and then he passes the bowl to the next person. He is being polite. But look at this little girl. Does she look like she's being polite? No. What should she be doing differently? Look at that picture. Angelina, what should she be doing differently?
Using her silverware.
Yes. Can you say that a little bit louder?
Using her silverware.
Yes, she should be using her silverware. She's using her fingers. Now, we've talked about that before. There are some things that you can use your fingers for. Like, look, she has a chicken bone right there, or like a chicken leg, and you can pick up a chicken leg, or chicken nuggets, or pizza. But should she be eating her mashed potatoes with her fingers? No. Look, it's all over her fingers and all over her hands. No, she should be using her silverware, her fork or her spoon, and eating nicely. So she's not being polite, she's being impolite. Say that word with me. Impolite. God wants us to be polite. God wants us to use our manners. Now, let's look at Amber Lamb right here. We've talked about Amber Lamb before. Amber Lamb wanted to go to a special banquet, and her mommy said, I don't know, Amber. I don't know if you can go to that banquet. I don't know if you're big enough. So they decided to play a little game. They decided to practice. So she said, let's go into the kitchen. And she ran as fast as she could. Do you think that that was using patience? No, what should have done?
Walk.
She should have walked into the kitchen, yeah. So Mommy told her, Amber, we need to walk to the table. You can't run when we go to that special banquet. And then they got out the silverware and then forks, the fork and the spoon and the knife and plates, and they laid it all nicely at the table. And then when Amber sat down, she picked up her plate and looked at her reflection. That means she looked at herself in the plate. Should we touch our plate? No. And Mommy had a look on her face, and Mommy said, Amber, we don't do that. We don't touch our plate. We don't play with our silverware. That's not using good table manners. So Amber said, yes, Mommy. Then Mommy took her the napkin, and where does the napkin go?
On your lap.
On your lap. So Mommy took her napkin and unfolded it and stuck it in her lap, and then Amber did the same thing. And then Mommy got the bread, and she passed it to Amber. But you know what Amber did? Amber saw, you know how there's like a heel to the bread? That's that crusty part. Amber didn't want that part. So she moved the bread around till she found a piece she liked. Is that using good table manners to touch all the food? No. So Mommy said, Amber, we don't touch all the food. We only touch the piece that we want to eat. So Mommy showed her how to pick the piece she wanted without touching all the bread. At your house, do you use good table manners? I hope so. I hope you don't touch all the bread and pull everything out. I hope that when you pass the bread basket to your brother or your sister, that you're polite and that you do a good job and that you are being careful at the table. Where does our elbows go? In your lap, doesn't it? Do they go on the table?
No.
No, because body bones don't go on a table. What kind of bones go on a table?
Chicken
Yes, the chicken bones only go on the table, not our body bones. So Amber learned how to have good table manners that day. And Mommy said she was ready to go to a banquet. Can Mommy take you to a special banquet? Boys and girls watching, could you go to a special banquet? Do you use good table manners? Are you polite? Do you say thank you? Do you work hard? I hope so. I hope today you're going to be patient, that you're going to wait. What if you need to talk to the teacher? Is this how you talk to the teacher? No. Show me how we talk to the teacher. Boys and girls, are you watching? Do you do that? Just like that. Yes. Put your hands down. What if the teacher cannot stop? What if the teacher is talking, Jonathan? Are you going to climb up on the table or on your chair and keep going like this today? No, that's not using good patience. You wait for the teacher, and when the teacher is done talking, then you can talk to the teacher. That's using good patience. God wants us to be patient. I hope today that we're going to work hard to be patient, to obey with a happy heart, and do our very best. And when you go to snack today, or you have lunch today, or even at your dinner table tonight, boys and girls, I hope you're going to use good manners, just like Amber learned today.